Welcome everyone to the full walkthrough for Act 1. So I decided to go ahead and create also the full walkthrough for those of you that want to watch the full video as opposed to the super short, less than 10-minute videos that we're going to be doing for the quick guides. So first thing you're probably going to want to do is go ahead and click this attack button here, set it to move only. It's going to help you out a lot later on. Then you're going to want to click escape, go to options, go to UI. Assuming you've already watched episode 0 of the survivals guide, you already know that you have a loot filter. Go ahead and set it to soft. And then there's a couple more things that you want to do. You're going to want to scroll down and click always highlight and always show sockets. Always highlight is by default quick bound to Z. So if you press Z, it'll show and unhide names like this exile up here. Alright, let's get started. Let's go ahead and grab the wand. It's going to auto equip for you. Oh, I definitely need to keep that on attack until we kill the first corpse. So we've killed the first corpse. Now we're going to pick up Fireball, open your inventory, and you're going to click this, socket it into your weapon. Now we can swap this back to move only. Alright, we're just going to go ahead and run down the beach. You can test out some of your new skills on some of these zombies here. Go ahead and shoot off a couple of fireballs if you're playing a witch like myself. I do highly recommend that you actually start with a witch because casters are typically pretty easy to get going and they feel really strong early game and they feel very strong late game. Oh, we've picked up a new jewel, a new gem, not a jewel. You're going to socket this into your weapon and you'll notice the link here. Oh. Go ahead and turn this off while I'm... Alright, so what support jewels do... keep saying jewels because me and my buddy were talking about jewels earlier, but gems, what a support gem does, it'll actually modify a active gem. So Fireball is your active skill, and what will happen is Arcane Surge will support your Fireball. You'll notice that without it socketed, it'll just look like this, and when you socket it, it'll get a little N modifier, which means it's being socketed or it's being supported by Arcane Surge. So another thing that you can do here is you can click always attack without moving, so that whenever you press right click, you're not going to be moving like at all, which is really good for certain skills, especially a lot of melee skills. So we'll just go up the beach here. We'll finish killing some zombies, open up some barrels. Kill a couple of these creepy crawly spider crabs. Oh, and look, since we toggled that show sockets on items, you can see that there's a red and a blue socket. The white line means that it's linked. So we can go ahead and pick that up. It'll auto-equip since we were not wearing a chest piece. And let's keep moving. Now you get to fight your first unique boss. So you're going to kill Hillock. It's easy if you just kite him around. Just left click, walk away, shoot him again. Shoot him again. Shoot him again. He'll swing, but he's really slow. Super easy fight. And don't forget to use your flasks when your mana or your health gets low. So 1 through 5 by default. Oh look, we've already got a 2-linked robe. So you'll notice it says unidentified. What you're going to do is take one of these scrolls of wisdom, go ahead and identify it, and notice it actually has stats on it now. They're called modifiers in PoE. So you're going to just equip that, go ahead and slap that back in your inventory. Go ahead and pick up some of these. Go ahead and pick up everything on the beach right there. and you're going to be tasked with putting in your first passive point. So for me, you can follow along or do your own thing depending on what build you decided to pick. I'm going to go ahead and take spell damage. Come in here. Now we're in Lionized Watch. Lionized Watch is the major hub for Act 1. It's your town. So we're going to come over here. We're going to talk to Tarkley. We're going to go ahead and get us a skill. What do we want? What do we want? I usually go with Freezing Pulse. So we'll just grab Freezing Pulse. But you can also come over to Nessa, who sells our skill gems. And you can purchase other skill gems for different forms of currency. There is no gold in this game. It's a barter system. So like some of these will cost wisdom scrolls. So we're going to go ahead and pick up a Raise Zombie. And we're going to take the Arcane Surge and support the Freezing Pulse. And then we're going to take Raise Zombie, go ahead and socket it in up there. And then we're going to take that other wand that we had. We're going to go ahead and equip that. We'll just go ahead and sell some of these items off. And notice we'll get other forms of currency shards. Go ahead and put those over there so it's nice and tidy. And we're off to the coast. Now note, if you're watching this later, you'll see that there will be like a guy named Tane who pops up. And Tane is actually part of the new league. So he may not necessarily be around later on. Let's go ahead and raise up some of our zombies. They require a corpse. And now we're rolling. Let's go ahead and make our music a little louder here. Just keep walking along, killing things as you go. And don't forget to level up your skill gems. When your skill gems are ready to level, it'll pop up on the right side of the screen underneath your quest tracking. Oh, and this is Tane, by the way. He'll pop up during the Metamorph League. Alright, here we go. Here's another unique monster here. And our zombies are really going to help out because they will actually take the aggro from the main monster. And here we go. This is a waypoint. So now that you've found your first waypoint, you can click on these and you can teleport back to town. But what we need to do is actually go ahead and go to the Tidal Island. Oh, and we have a skill point available, so let's go ahead and get some more spell damage here. Now note, I am going to skip all of the metamorphs while I'm doing this, just because it may or may not be available at the time you're watching this. Nope, we're just going to come through, we're going to kill some more stuff. Oh, we got a chain belt. And what a chain belt does is it'll give you more energy shield. Scrolls of Wisdom. Always pick up your Scrolls of Wisdom early game. Don't worry about all of this other loot here. It's kind of irrelevant. I notice a lot of these early bosses are going to be super easy. You just kite them around, summon up your zombies, and just keep shooting them. Now we've got another life flask, a portal scroll, and a medicine chest. So let's go ahead and open our inventory now that we've got the quest item. Since we found another life flask, we can go ahead and identify that and equip it. And our portal scroll is going to be used to create a portal, go back to town. Pretty self-explanatory. Put that in. Oh, did not mean to do that. If you've run into an area, like an issue where you don't have any portal scrolls and you have no way to get back to town and you really don't feel like walking, what you can do, hit escape, go to the character select screen, and log back in. So we'll go ahead and talk to Nessa. I recommend taking the Quicksilver Flask. It's going to be really important. What do we want here? Probably going to just take Summon Phantasm Support. It's a support gem again, so it has to support an active skill. So our zombies, when they kill something, they're going to summon a Phantasm. Alright, on to the Mudflats. So in the Mudflats, we're going to be searching for 3 different little seashells and knickknacks that you will see on the map right here when you press tab or in the top right. Don't forget to level your skill gems. You'll see an exclamation point. We're going to head over to those and go ahead and click on them. Summon up our zombies again here. Let them do their thing. And click on these Roa nests. Go ahead and grab the glyphs. And notice they look like little seashells. Now, you're going to see another zone in here called the Fetid Pool. You do not have to do that part, because it is a quest. However, quests in this game don't give experience. Killing monsters is what gives experience. It's a very grindy style game, hence the company's name, Grind and Gear Games. And what you're going to do is instead go ahead and grab all 3 of the glyphs. Oh, we've got another level there. Go ahead and keep running over here to the right. Got a wisdom scroll on the ground here. We're going to go ahead and grab that. Now notice, I'm not going to use any leveling gear. Most guides that you get are going to suggest that you get leveling gear. And as a new player, you're not going to have any currency to purchase this leveling gear, which I will cover around Act 2, the end of Act 2 to the middle of Act 3. I will show you how to use the Path of Exile trade, the official trade website, and how the listings are actually made. So we're going to go ahead and go back to town here. On your first playthrough, I don't recommend buying really anything, because you want to get the experience and not be carried by gear. So we're going to take Frostbomb. Frostbomb is really strong. I enjoy Frostbomb. And we're also going to take Frostblink. So we're going to come over here. We're going to put in our next passive. More spell damage. Go ahead and go to the Submerged Passage. Boom, boom. Oh yeah, we got Frostbomb. Let's drop that down. You'll notice it actually hits really hard. This pack, boom. This guy, boom. That's why I'm a huge fan of Frostbomb, but you do have to target it. So like where your cursor is where it's gonna pop up. There we go, already level 6. Also, if you find a rare, which is the yellow text items, so whites are normal, the blues are magic items, and the yellows are rares, and then the orange text items are uniques. Alright, so while we're here, this is not something that speedrunners do. They will always skip this and come back to it later. But since this is our first playthrough and we don't care about getting all the way to maps, which is what comes after Act 10, you start doing the Atlas. Once you reach this bridge, you've gone too far. So you need to come back, and it's usually either going to be to the left or to the right of the bridge. You're going to find another door over here called the Flooded Depths. When you complete this little mission in here, where you have to kill the Dweller of the Deep, you're going to get a free passive point from the quest. So, we're just going to keep going through here. Don't forget to use your Quicksilver Flask when you can, because it will make you move faster. Throw down your Frost Bombs. You're just going to get some passive XP running through here. You don't have to kill everything unless you want to. Some people are really kill happy. Just keep running. Throwing their Frost Bomb down. Frost Bomb. Frost Bomb. Summon up some more zombies because ours are a little on the dead side here. And look, we got an Iron Circlet, a Blacksmith's Whetstone, and an Orb of Transmutation. So the Orb of Transmutation can upgrade a normal item, we'll just do this chain belt here, into a magic item, and it'll get another modifier. Sometimes it can go 1 or 2 modifiers. A rare can have 3 to 6 modifiers. So we're going to go ahead and identify this circlet. Can't use it yet, but we're going to. We're going to use that later. Even though it doesn't have the best stats, we're not even wearing a helmet, so you might as well. Also, with the loot filter on, if you hold Alt, it will show all of the things that your loot filter is hiding, like this Iron Circlet here. See how it's gone? I'll hold Alt, pop up, just like those gauntlets up there. So, we're going to do the log out trick again. And go back to town. Talk to Tarkley. Grab our free passive point. We're just going to right click this item. And look at all these points we have to spend now. So, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and get some more life and mana. A little more spell damage, a little more spell damage. Back to the submerged passage, and we're going to keep going. Now, we've already explored this area a little bit in this instance. So the way the zones work in this game is they're instanced off. And I'll show you what I mean when we get to the next door. This game doesn't believe in respawn timers or anything like that. If you've killed everything in a zone, if you come back to it, there's not going to be anything there. So you have to open a new instance of it. So we're just going to quickly go through here, kill another pack. Summon up our zombies again. These things like to die a lot. Level up our gems. Alright. Now, if I control left click this door, you'll see that we have an instance that was already open. If we click new, it's going to take us into a fresh instance of that zone. And all of the monsters will be respawned and the map will be reset, so you won't have anything explored. And they expire after about 15 to 20 minutes of being inactive or empty. And don't forget to click on your chests as you run by them, because sometimes you can get lucky, you can pull some extra currency out of there, and on rare occasions later on, you could potentially pull an exalted orb out of there. We're just gonna keep on running, dropping our frost bomb when we can, getting some good XP. Oh, and now we're level 8, so we can go ahead and equip that Mind Veil Circlet, and notice we just got a whole bunch more energy shield. So now we can equip our Frost Blink, and we have a movement skill. Movement skills are very important later on in the game, because you'll notice that running this speed does not feel good forever. And you may have seen videos where people are just like moving at lightning fast speeds. And it's because they have movement abilities, modifiers to their movement speed. They're using a Quicksilver with some additional mods on it, like the % movement speed while using a flask. So you'll start to notice around the ledge area that you start running out of mana really quickly. And when we go back to town here in a minute, I will show you what you should do to fix that problem. I mean, it's an obvious answer, get another flask, but where do we get another flask from? And look here, got a 3-linked wand. We're gonna go ahead and pick that up. Notice it's 13% increased spell damage, so we're gonna put our Frost Bomb on that, go ahead and equip this one, and drop the old one. And look, we got a Mana Flask, so we can take that Mana Flask, go ahead and unequip that old Life Flask. Actually, we'll swap it with that one. Go ahead and drop our Frost Bomb down. You'll notice our new Mana Flask will actually give us a lot more mana than the old one does. Don't forget to pick your chests. And just always keep it moving. Now I'm going to be doing a lot of standing still, but as you play the game more, you'll notice that it's always important just to keep moving. Don't sit there and stare at items too long. I mean, if it's your first playthrough, it's okay to like explore, check out like what things are, but don't get too hung up on your items. So we're gonna go ahead and access the climb. Gonna put in some more points. And I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and go up through here. An Orb of Alteration, that's another currency item, which can re-roll a magical item's mods. Go ahead and summon up another zombie. These zombies like to die a lot. I think here soon we should be able to have 4 zombies, which will be super useful. Also, if you're going to play with a zombie, early game like this, like I am, if you're just going to copy what I'm doing, I will show you another skill gem that you need to pick up. It's called Holy Relic, and it will help your zombies actually stay alive. It'll help them regenerate life. Oh, we've got another unique. Now sometimes this guy will help you out a whole bunch and he'll drop like a unique item. We didn't get one that time, but sometimes you can. Go ahead and just kill the goats. Summon up your zombies again. Just keep running around, kite the boss. And sometimes your zombies will just stand in stuff they're not supposed to. Like that. Oh, and we've got a medium life flask and a sapphire ring. That's going to be important. Some more wands. We'll just grab one of those. Now notice this one, it's got 3 sockets, but they're not linked. They need to be linked for a support gem to support an active skill. They have to be linked. Let's go ahead and identify this one. It's not a very good mod. However, it's more spell damage, so we'll go ahead and put it on. Go ahead and drop the old one. We'll identify this ring, go ahead and put that on, because that's going to help in our fight against Mervale, who deals a lot of cold damage. So, let's go ahead and summon our zombies back up. Keep moving. Alright. Skipping Tane again. Alright, now we're going to grab the waypoint and head back to town. Now we're going to talk to Nessa. And what can we get? Well, there's not too much for us, but we can take this minion damage support. Go ahead and take Summon Phantasm out and socket our race zombie with more damage instead of the phantasms. Also, if you didn't manage to get a new flask, what you can do is come into Nessa's shop, and in the first tab she'll sell flasks. Another trick that you can do real quick is if you manage to get another life flask, if you vendor 3 of the same life flasks, it'll go up to the next tier. So now 3 small life flasks can become a medium flask. So now we can have 2 medium flasks since I got one to drop earlier. Also, we'll go ahead and identify this robe that we found and come in here and vendor these. And we'll get some more currency shards going. See if there's anything else we could possibly need in here, which I don't think there is. Oh, don't want to accidentally destroy that. Talk to Tarkley.
Stay sharp.
Go ahead and put in our new skill point, and we'll head back to the prison. So for the prison, usually the door that you're looking for is going to be either to the right and all the way down, or to the left and all the way down. Oh look, we found an amulet. Now ideally you'd probably want like a paw amulet, I'm pretty sure that's how you say it, or a turquoise or a jade amulet. But for now, since we're not wearing one, it'll do the trick. Hit your flask when you can, and just search for the door. Also, I like to play with my map up, so that it's easier for me to see things, and where I'm going. And my settings for my map are landscape transparency is all the way to the left, map transparency all the way to the right, map zoom is zoomed all the way out. Now we're on the level 2 of the prison. Go ahead and drop our frost bomb. Don't forget to use your frost bomb. It's really important. It's just extra damage. Pick up portal scrolls because you're going to need those. Use your movement ability when you can. Don't forget to open chests. Chests are important because you can get wisdom scrolls, portal scrolls, transmutation orbs, alteration orbs, etc., etc. Then drop your ice bomb. Look, there's a paw ring. So we're going to go ahead and identify that. Boom. Now we have more mana too.
I need more mana.
Go ahead and summon up another zombie. Oh, that's what I forgot to get. I forgot to grab the holy relic so I could show you guys what it does. Go ahead and put in our skill point. Just gonna come up here, grab an intelligence node, level up our frost blink. Now we're gonna just run. And now a lot of movement skills can help you by not having to open doors. So you can just blink or leap slam through doors. Skills like whirling blades, you can't do that. And also movement skills such as flame dash, frost blink has a shorter range. Leap slam, you can clear gaps with it. And you'll see what I mean during Act 2. We're just gonna come in here, drop our frost bomb, and we're just gonna bring down Brutus. He does hit pretty hard since we're super squishy. Just bear with it. Keep chipping away at his life. Don't forget to use your flasks, and if you're super low, just kite them around. Kill a couple of these skeletons, summon up some more zombies to take the threat away. And there we go. Brutus has been brought down. Go ahead and grab these 2 rares that he dropped. Level up your gems. Onto the prisoner's gate. Hit the waypoint, head back to town. Go ahead and talk to Tarklay for your reward, and we're going to take Flame Dash. We're going to go ahead and identify these 2 new items we found. Go ahead and sell them. And let's take a look here at what we can get. Clarity is going to help you with your mana regeneration problems, which is really good. And where is Holy Relic? This one will help your minions regenerate some life so they don't die as often. See if there's anything else we might want. And nope, I think we're good. We're just going to get right back to it. We're going to go to the Prisoner's Gate. Now, just follow the Prisoner's Gate up. Summon up your Holy Relic. Ooh, a mana flask. Now, just summon up your zombies. Now notice we have 4 zombies now. And notice your loot filter will sometimes highlight these items that aren't really special or anything, but they have 3 link sockets with 3 different colors. That means if you vendor it, you can get a chromatic orb. A chromatic orb will re-roll the colors of sockets on a piece of gear. So we're just going to follow this road up. Whole bunch of monsters. Just kind of run around in a circle, group them all together. Don't forget to use your flasks, they are important. Keep an eye on your health down here. Now notice you'll get blocked off up here, so you're going to want to run back, just typically down and to the right. Summon up our 4 zombies again. Keep on killing things when you can. Got a unique guy right here. I'm gonna go ahead and drop him down. We're gonna go ahead and pick up these velvet slippers here and the gloves, just so we have a little more defenses. They're not necessarily good or anything like that. It's just we don't have anything in those slots, so we're just going to go ahead and pick them up. Just going to keep following these little valleys. Keep leveling your gems as they pop up, and notice you can't walk down this way. You'd have to walk all the way around, but if you have a skill like Flame Dash or Frost Blink, you can actually just blink down there. And that's what I mean by gap clearing. Got another skill point. Gonna go ahead and put that over here.
The sirens appear to be dying.
Now, what we're going to be searching for is, first of all, this doesn't apply to speedrunners, but we'll be searching for the ship graveyard cave. And this is another quest where we're going to get another passive point. Go ahead and drop all of these guys. You're just going to soak as much XP as we can. Typically, if I'm not speedrunning and it's just a league start for me where I have no special gear, anything like that, I'll usually leave Act 1 around 15 or 16. And right now we're level 12, so we're making some pretty good progress. Now, most speedrunners will tell you, oh, you should be about 3 levels under the zone that you're in. And which is true. However, it's not required. Especially if you're just trying to enjoy the game, not being competitive, you're not trying to reach the number 1 spot to hit maps on day 1 of the league start. Go ahead and summon up some zombies from these ghosts somehow. Is anything good for us? And there's not. We'll get some more life. Now we're going to be searching for Fairgraves. So Fairgraves is typically down in the bottom right. Like I said, typically, not always. It's probably back closer to the start. So we're just going to run down here and search. And there he is, right there, Fairgraves. He's gonna summon up his little band of undead pirates. And you're just gonna knock him down. And found some more items. And we're gonna wait to go back to town until we go to the next zone. So just kill things as you move. And it's usually gonna be just above wherever you found the zone that you had to go to get the elixir. Or the all flame, excuse me. It's usually up and to the right. And there we go. Go ahead and go into the Cavern of Wrath. Waypoint back to town. And we're going to talk to Bestel. Grab our passive point. Go ahead and put that in. Talk to Nessa. And she's going to offer us some new active skill gems. What do we want to get? I'm thinking we're just going to go with Arc. Arc is very strong. It's really easy to level with. So is Freezing Pulse, but we're just going to go ahead and go with Arc.
While we live, we are blessed.
Welcome.
So we're going to sell some items to Tarkley here.
Stay sharp out there.
And we will go ahead and grab... we'll go ahead and grab Added Lightning. Socket that in there. We'll put Frost Bomb in there. Holy Relic in there. Flame Dash in our weapon. And we'll support Flame Dash with Arcane Surge.
Take care.
Most people will keep their Arcane Surge at like level 1 or level 2 so that it procs when you spend less mana. Now we've got a new skill. Arc is very strong, especially when there's a lot of people. Got a big pack of mobs, it'll actually chain between the mobs. And some more zombies. Put our new mana flask on. Drop the old one. Now typically the next zone is going to be either in the top right, which it doesn't look like it's going to be this time, or it's going to be in the bottom right. Now we're in the Cavern of Anger. Alright, so we've got our door up here. Gonna go ahead and go hit that door. And now hopefully you're at a pretty good spot. You'll notice you're around level 14, level 15. And we're gonna go ahead and kill Mervale. We're gonna want to dodge as many of these attacks as we can. Especially the icicles. They do hurt. Also, if you flame dash, you can put a little burning effect on the ground, which will damage monsters nearby. Just gonna try and do as much damage as you can to her. Hopefully your weapons are better than the ones that I have currently. So mine have no mods. I have one that's not even a magic weapon yet. If you got lucky and had an Orb of Alchemy drop, you could have made your wands rare. Now Merveil's going to go into her second phase. Let me go ahead and drop a Frost Bomb on her. If you die, it's okay. Just resurrect at checkpoint and you'll pop up right outside this door over here. Summon up your zombies when you need to, and just keep whittling away her health. Be careful not to stand in those geysers, they will melt you. Eventually, we will kill her. We managed to get another ring. Go ahead and wear that. And on to the next area. Pretty simple. And we've hit 15. We're not quite into Act 2 yet until you hit the town. And pick up a topaz ring if you find one if you're gonna play Arc. And I will show you a nifty little trick when we get to town for a vendor recipe. Let's go ahead and put our passive point in before we get to town. Alright, now you are in Act 2. If you open your map pressing U, you'll see that now you're in Act 2. Previously you're in Act 1. And the first thing you want to do when you get to Act 2 is check the shop, see if he has any 3 linked items that you could potentially wear. But right now it doesn't really look like he has too much of anything for us. So, the vendor recipe that I was telling you about, we're going to go ahead and identify. This one already has lightning damage, so I'll take this one. So you'll take a magic wand, you'll take a topaz ring, you'll take an orb of alteration, and you'll sell it to him, and it'll go from having those mods to dealing lightning damage to spells. So we'll just vendor that, and then we'll take our augmentation orb and we'll add a modifier to it, and now look, we've got a pretty decent wand. Go ahead and socket our skills back in here, and then we'll take that chromatic. doesn't look like we got what we wanted, but we did manage to pick up another chromatic recipe. And look, there we go. So we'll put the Arcane Surge and the Flame Dash in the new wand. And now our arc is going to hit much harder. Well, that pretty much concludes Act 1. This has been the full playthrough. If you just wanted the quick start version, it'll be linked below. And I will also include some useful links for finding a build that you want to use, as well as some of the starter guides that I recommend, such as the Arc Witch, which was made by Inky. He is made a very durable, tried and true build that can easily get going into maps on a 4-link. So this is going to conclude it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know what you guys think.